The Secrets of Big Mama's House. On Shonen Jump, this is when I first really got into anime, on Tsunami. This is when I first got into Prince of Tennis. This is when I first got into Tony Montana. I used to be the king of dominoes, and then Babylon and Lily Demo, and everybody started to use the dominoes with the houses. Told you for 1,000th time, we're changing the channel. We can't be watching the pickup artists. And this video is expressing my character, especially as an adult when I learned how to fight and when I learned how to be on the level of gangster or why we're all equal. In my message to Babylon is that I didn't appreciate the way I was being treated at the house because I felt like I was a good fourth character and that I was a good addition to the Bobby Moody brothers. And why I felt like I was one of the cleanest ones. Even though I lacked physical strength, I was kind of scrawny. Lately, I felt like I matched their character in terms of uniqueness, and as today I was able to match their strength and speed and somewhat boxing capability. And so today, literally I'm a mob boss that does something in 4, literally that had the reputation of hiding behind E40, hiding behind Snoop Dogg. So literally if me, Dabo, Lily, and Chris will all just square up and have a good time, my gangster would be hella unique and they would add on to theirs. So even though I stopped begging due to having children, it's 3 Bloods and 1 Crip. So the story starts off like this. It starts off for Deborah, Sydney in elementary school, literally when Bobby supports the video vixen. So this video is both double implying that I slept with Sydney, but always leaning towards why Bobby Long is right. So the rumor, the theory, but not conspiracy theory, is that literally I called Deborah out after waiting 2 months. I became a famous internet celebrity on the amendment. Like within that theory, that means Bianca from Cabrillo would also be watching. And the whole time I'm watching these colorful cartoons like Samurai Jack and Doc Dodgers, literally, you think you're the only one watching? So it started with me watching gay shit on HBO, literally, and then Bobby Long sneaks behind me. He's like, Eris, what the Sam hell are you doing? And so literally, then it goes back to the fact that he told me to stop copying what I see on TV. Literally, so when it got down to, months on end, Bobby was all like, don't you dare do what that guy did in the fruit roll-up commercial. And so when it comes to Sydney, I'm like, fine, I play with your little weird dogs on Where's Waldo. But when it comes to actual criteria, I was showing Bobby Long my comic book, literally. And then literally, he said that there's a lot of fight scenes. Literally, I was like, yeah, I like it because in the anime, there's a lot of talking. I feel like it gets in the way of the dialogue of the show. And then Bobby Law was like, yeah, that's the point. And then I started talking about LimeWire with Davo at the dinner table. Literally, I'm like, there's a whole lot of songs that I can get at LimeWire that you're supposed to wait for the CD to come out. He's like, that's the point. Literally, you're supposed to download before it comes out. And then we start playing Tekkaichi. Then I picked Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Deborah. And then Bobby Law's like, oh, that is sick. And then literally, for Christmas, when 2K comes out, literally, Bobby Law holds the case up in the air and literally says, anyone? And then we're all freestyling when Damo cheated with 7 in Heaven. And then I ended up working at 7-Eleven. And then it got down to a real deal, draw, the reality show. We were playing shit like SpongeBob Lights Camera Pants, which is a very sick game, by the way. It is super intense like Super Mario Smash Brothers. So it got down to conversation. When it got down to conversation, this is when I expressed my character the most. We all just got done getting haircuts, and they start looking at me like Snoop Dogg, and they're like, Eris looks clean with a fade. And so, Bobby Law, Chris, and Damo asked me, literally, Eris, so we had one haircut. If you had one haircut to get, what would it be? I'm like, I would have the Trunks haircut from Dragon Ball Z. And then Chris is all like, man, you can't get that mushroom cut. And then it got to sports, and sports is when they really fucked me up. They're all like, hey, Eris, when you gonna play some basketball and football? And I'm all like, I have no interest in, playing basketball or football. And he's like, what? Literally, then you're about to get no ladies in school. And then Damo was all like, Eris, if I'll show up to a basketball game or a football game of yours, I'm killing you. And then I'm like, but Bobby Long, I want girls to like me for who I am. He's like, what? You ever seen Tarzan? You like Tarzan? You know that one big gorilla? That's who you gotta be. And then we're on the Family Guy. He took all the big, conversation topics. So Chris, aka Giovanni, is like, I like the period where he said, give up the toe now. And then Dabo, aka Dabo's all like, I like when that nigga was literally pumpkin pride, like, give me my money, nigga, give me my money. And then Bobby Love was all like, remember that fight the Quahog? And remember literally when Brian had that retarded girlfriend over? I literally fucking trashed him and said, remember when Brian had that girlfriend? He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'm all like, what? But she was retarded. But just remember, this same guy was talking about literally a Hokage versus Orochimaru in PE. The whole point of Deborah City is fuck with them up front and you get video vixened. You keep on having Tapion Sloop play Marissa Parmela, or you can get down to a real nitty gritty that Mystic is going around the subject, going around the conversation instead of being straightforward. Yeah, so if I was to go up to fight, I'll be like, hey Elliot, Lily, Zelda, dude from Drop Together. Oh, everything's connected to Dragon Ball Z, bitch, what's good? But overall, this is a good video because even though Bobby Lon said what he said about the girlfriend, I'm all like, what the fuck, this shit's clean! And in continuation, this is heavily intertwined by manga because on the Pickup Artist, there was an episode where they had to use a Nokia. You know Nokia. Did you know that Bobby Lon had a Nokia? It's an actual phone, that's why it's Nokia. And I really fucking her up when Helen, aka Big Mama, literally asked me and Bobby to go see a movie. She's like, Bobby, go take Eris to go see a movie. And we went to go see The Chronicles of Narnia. And they kept on saying Chocolate Delights. Literally, as we got home, me and Bobby were all like, Chocolate Delights. He tried to talk about food, we were watching shit like Smoking Aces. Well, he was all like, it's a cinnamon roll. It's a roll of cinnamon. I'm just saying, literally, with all the girls in the commotion, literally, you have to think about, hey, Bobby Law sniffed something. Yeah, that shit transferred over to Tony. Literally, when we were taking Tony for a walk where we were having to play with all the underdogs, literally, I had Chris, aka Giovanni. I talked to him, I'm like, do you know that Tony has a girlfriend? He's like, yes, Eris, I know, I was there.